This is Lady Bev. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this lighting together, y'all. Y'all pray for me. Because the way my kitchen is set up, the lighting, it's hard for me to get light coming from this way. But this is where all my countertop is. And so I can't set a light. I mean, I got to figure it out. I may have to get me one of those desktop lights that I can stand over this way and shine this way. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get anybody on my live, but I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm just going to do. I'm just on, okay? I know many of you are getting ready for the holiday season, and y'all excuse me. This is, if you will, my brunch. Strawberry cream cheese cake, and it's vegan. Um, it works. Honey, I'm just eating. I had my smoothie this morning. Kim, what's up, girl? So, Carolyn, what's up, girl? So, I gotta find out where you are. You may have told me and I forgot. But, yo. And guess what I found? I've been trying to put the strawberry in my cream cheese frosting because there were no plant-based flavored cream cheeses out there. But I'm here to tell y'all, Philadelphia came through for me. Philadelphia came through, y'all. Look. Okay, baby. Look at this. So I was able to make my strawberry cream cheese frosting. I already had the strawberry plant-based Philadelphia. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what. That icing is on point. Okay, but I got to stop that. I got to quit. So, I've got here. What is this? Okay. I've got here this big old mound of vegan roll dough. Okay, I made the dough last night, and so it had its first rising overnight, and it kind of rose this morning because I took it out the refrigerator to let the chill get off of it. But I'm gonna turn your attention this way. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my rolls ready. I'm getting them ready. You see, I may have to lower this a little bit to add some light. I hope the light is okay. I mean, I don't know what else to do about the light in here. So I've got the dough right here. And what I do, and my customers probably are wondering how I make the dough, the rolls in precise sizes, because I put them on a scale and I weigh them. Put them on a scale and I weigh the ball of dough so that all the rolls are equally the same, if you will. So, right here, got this dough. I have cleaned the surface with peroxide. And yes, peroxide, you can find peroxide in our bodies. So that's the most, or I mean, if you want to be more natural, you could take lemon juice and clean your surface, because lemon juice is a natural antiseptic, antiseptic. So if you want to clean your surface and you don't want any chemicals, you don't want any dish soap, you can use hydrogen peroxide. They use it at the hospital to clean surfaces. Hydrogen peroxide, or you can just use some lemon juice and rub it down and then wipe it with a clean cloth. But I have my flour here. I got my flour. I'm going to flour the surface like that. I'm just going to put me a little flour in this bowl right here, so I have it next to me. So hopefully you all are doing well and you're ready for the holidays. And when I say you're ready, I don't mean you bought all your presents and all that, even though that's part of the holiday. Are you mentally and spiritually ready for the holiday, ready to be with family? Because, some of us, families are not all on good terms. And I mean, you just, you got to prepare yourself for that. Amen. But so this is my roll dough. I'm going to get my. So what I do is this is a beautiful batch of dough. I cut it in half. I can get about 5 pans of rolls out of this amount of dough, out of this recipe of mine. And so I keep cutting it. Keep cutting it into smaller and smaller pieces. Now, meanwhile, I have my oven heated at 200 degrees. And what I do is I put the plant-based butter in the pan, a couple of pats, 2 tablespoons of plant-based butter in the pan. I put that in the oven, let that melt and let the pan warm, and then I put my rolls into the warm pan, cover it up, and let it rise. And in a warm pan, they rise faster in a warm pan. This is not fast rising dough, so I don't like working with fast rising dough. So I get the regular dough, the regular yeast, not the fast rising yeast. So what I do is I cut it like this, and each one of my little pieces of dough is going to should be at about 1.6 ounces, and I'm dead on it. Okay, I put that on there as 1.6. I've cut them up so much at 1.6, I know my eye can tell me it's 1.6. I'm usually between 1.6 and 1.7, but that's how many rolls I've made that size. And this little ball is going to double in size for a roll. Okay, so what I do is I make sure it's 1.6, it is, and I just keep, if you will, I keep chopping. Okay, see, like that one, that's 1.4. I missed that one. Let's try this one. Okay, that's 2. That's 2 ounces. No, we don't want. Now, there's another 1.6. Okay. Who is this laughing at me? I always believe that I'm ready until the day arrives and family is here. Once they are here, it's another. Honey, what? Because you know what? You can't prepare for everything, Kim. That's my thing. You cannot prepare for everything. There's only so much you can do in preparation. So there it is. But I'm not the one entertaining this year. Hallelujah. Ain't nobody coming to my house. I'm going to somebody else's house. I'm going to my baby boy Josh. He and his wife Issa May. All of us are going to Chicago. We're going to Chicago. And of course, when we go to Chicago, honey, it's a party over here. All I'm supposed to be doing is bringing some sweet potatoes, and I'm going to make a peach cobbler. That's what I'm doing. That's it. I'm like, yes. And of course, Christmas Day, we're going to have a live Christmas service, 10 o'clock, um, 10 o'clock Central Time and 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're coming live from Chicago. New Salem is coming live from Chicago. Now, I know you're saying, will New Salem be there? Nope. But we will be on New Salem's platform having church going into Christmas Day. And I think it's going to be amazing. So, yeah, that's what our weekend is going to be looking like. And I'm trying to make this 1.6. There we go. So when I make them all 1.6, I just roll them around, roll them around in my hand like that. Ball of dough, just like that. And then I set it over here. And I keep doing that until it's all done. And I set it over here until I get all this dough done. Now I ain't gonna sit here and make you watch me do all these balls of dough, but I'm just letting you know what I do. See how I do that? And because I'm shipping, I'm going to try a different shipping this time. Instead of baking the rolls and taking them out of the pan and packaging them, I bought pans, aluminum pans, that I'm just going to bake them in and then just send the pan. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But these are, if you will, my vegan plant-based rolls. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually do 8 in a pan. 8 in a pan does the trick for me. Oh, that's too much. All right, 1.6. 1.6 ounces. That's the size of my rolls before they have baked. Once they have baked, they will double in size. Maybe more than double. Maybe sometimes more than double in size. Well, that's too much. That's still too much. Okay. And I do go to great lengths trying to make sure that each of them have the same amount of weight, 1.6, so that all the rolls are the same, so that my customers get the same, if you will, type of rolls and how they look and the size, and that they're not confused. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. I need one more. That's 9. That's 6. So if I come up close, hey Bam, what's up, girl? I'm getting these rolls ready to be shipped for Christmas. Gotta get them done. Got to get them done. Look at there. Okay, so that's 8. So what I do, usually there's 8 in a pan. And I usually use a round pan. But today, I'm using square pans. And what I do is I take a pat of plant-based butter by Country Crock. You open it up. I may take 1 or 2 pats. and I put it in a 200-degree oven just so it can melt and warm up the pan, which makes it, yes, yes. Some are for gifts and some are for orders. So, Bam, you know, if you want to order you some rolls, you go right ahead. You know how to get in contact with me. And I can make them cinnamon rolls if you know, they'll cost more, but I can make them cinnamon rolls for you if you want. Just let me know. Let me know, girl. So I've got 8. They're going to be 8 in a pan. What I'm going to do for the ones that I'm sending to like my mother and family as gifts, I want to make it more Christmassy. So when the rolls come out of the oven, I'm going to dust them with organic cane sugar and organic cane sugar and organic cinnamon. Mix it both, and I'm going to sprinkle that on them while they're warm. Pop them in the freezer. Then the next day, which is tomorrow, I will just what I'll do is I'll go ahead and ship them. So by the time they get to them, they're still fresh. They're thawed out. And all they got to do is pop them in the oven and warm them if they want it. Or you warm them one by one in the oven, in the microwave. 5 seconds. That's all you need. 5 seconds. So I'm melting some of that butter. Okay, Bam, you want more? You want both? Okay, girl, I got you. So you want a pan of cinnamon rolls and a pan of just regular rolls? I got you. I just got to figure out when I'm going to hook up with you. I don't leave until Saturday, so we got until Friday to get you those, to meet up to get the rolls to you. Okay? I'm going to put another pan in here. So I've got 8. I've got 8 here, and I need 8 more for that second pan. And all I do, I need a 1.6 ball of dough. And sometimes if it's 1.7, I go ahead. So that's at 1, 2. No. Too much. You all see what I go through to make these rolls? When you're in business, you have to be precise. First of all, you have to be precise so you can know how much you need. You can know, be precise about what you're charging. And so that your customers can expect as much as possible the same thing they get each time. Because, you know, if I just did the rolls any kind of way and they came out smaller and y'all still paying the same price, you'd be like, Sister Woodard made these rolls smaller. Nope. Now, if I raise the price, you'll know that. But you'll know if I raise that price. But the size won't change. You know what they do in the industry now? They give you the same price and give you when I was buying bacon, I don't buy bacon anymore, of course. But for 16 ounces of bacon, it was one price. And then they start making 12-ounce packages at the same price. I'd rather keep it the same and let you know the price is going up. When the price of food go up, the prices on the product go up. But don't change the size of the product. Don't change the size and the amount of the product. That's where I am. I don't know if anybody else is there with me, but that's where Beverly is. That's my thinking in this business of catering and preparing meals for people. 2, 4, 6. I need 2 more. 8. I need 6 ounces. 1.6 ounces. But you see how evenly they are in proportion? You ain't got one roll bigger than the other one. Now, when I'm doing it for my family, you know, I make just free-handed. But even there, I really don't. Dr. Woodard to tell you, even if I'm making it for my family, I measure each roll. especially for them grandbabies, because they be looking at the size. I'm like, no, I want this one, Grandma. But they're all the same size. I can say it don't matter, y'all. They're all the same size. 2, 4, 6. Oh, I made an extra one. Put that one back over here. All right, so here I go. I just dust it with the flour, and I put it in the palm of my hand, and I just squeeze it as I shape that little ball like that. See that? Now, this is not the way I do my cinnamon rolls. I'll show y'all how I do them cinnamon rolls. It's not too much. I mean, it's the same dough, but all I do is I roll it out. I sprinkle that dark brown sugar and that cinnamon, roll it up, slice them, cut them, and bake them. And then I make the homemade plant-based cream cheese frosting with some cinnamon in it. Mix some cinnamon in it. And it freezes very well. So when I ship cinnamon rolls, I can ship them. When I ship cinnamon rolls, I freeze all of it in one box. And when they get it, they can either put it in the refrigerator or they can pop it in the oven. And the cream cheese frosting, because it's plant-based, is still good. Only when you add animal products and dead things that perish do you have to be concerned when you're sending baked goods. But if it don't have no dairy in it, you're pretty safe, because it's not going to spoil or go bad. If it don't have no meat product or dairy in it, the likelihood of it going bad is slim to none. And it would take a longer process for it to go bad. But, so y'all see what I'm doing. I like to make them smooth. So I take time to pinch them and make sure that they are smooth on top. And when you add that little extra flour and pat it on there, it smooths it out. For some reason, it just smooths it right out. Now, I know many of you all are probably trying to figure out, how does Sister Woodard make her rolls plant-based? How is she making these rolls, and ain't using no egg and no butter? There are a lot of great replacements out there for animal products. My go-to is, you're right, Bam, they tripping. That's a good word. My go-to for baking my rolls and my cakes is arrowroot as my egg replacer. And of course, any plant-based milk, I use coconut milk with my rolls instead of cow's milk. And then my butter, of course, is Country Crock plant-based butter. So it's the rolls I've made all my life. I substituted the animal products with plant-based products. And I found out what works and what doesn't work. And this works. So you take a tablespoon of arrowroot and a tablespoon of oil, which I use grapeseed, and then 1/4 cup of water, and you mix that well together. That equals 1 egg. Now it doesn't have the consistency of an egg. So when people see that, they're like, man, this ain't no egg. But once heat is applied to the arrowroot, it gives whatever you're baking or making what an egg would give it. Okay. So you may not see it in the product before it's cooked, but once it's cooked, you'll know that the arrowroot did its work. Like my strawberry cream cheesecake, I didn't use egg in that. I used an arrowroot egg, and it came out wonderful. Came out wonderful. You see that? No, you don't. So, yeah, that strawberry cream cheesecake make you hurt somebody. The other thing I'm going to try to do this year is I'm going to make Instead of making a vegan lemon loaf, I'm going to make a vegan lime loaf. So instead of using the lemon zest and the lemon juice, I'm going to use lime zest and lime juice. And just see how that turns out. Because in that pound cake, instead of using the butter and all of that, I use sour cream. I take that back. I use plant-based yogurt. And I saw where there was a lime plant-based yogurt. And I'm like, oh, this is a done deal. I'm making a lime loaf. And I'm going to do a couple of pineapple upside down cakes, because I've been making a lot of pineapple hibiscus tea, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when I cook it in the pot. So in here, I've got the pineapple peel, the pineapple core, I've got clove, I've got cinnamon sticks, I've got fresh turmeric, I've got fresh ginger, and I believe that's all of those ingredients. Oh, and of course, hibiscus petals. And guess what? They sell them in Meyer. They call them Jamaican flowers, but it's hibiscus flowers. Okay. When will you be at my house to cook? Lisa, what's up, girl? All the way from Utah. So all that is in this pot. I was telling my mother about tea. I told her, I said, Mom, I got a tea that's an anti-inflammatory tea. I said it would just do your whole body good. Not only is it anti-inflammatory, it is natural antibiotics. Anybody that knows me knows that clove is a natural antibiotic. Ginger is a natural antibiotic. And when you add it to these teas, and pineapple, anti-inflammatory. And what we don't realize is that the power is in the peel of that pineapple more than it is in the actual meat of the pineapple. And this one's going to be good, because that pineapple that I cut up was so sweet. So that means the peel is, sweet. But yeah, so I've got the tea steeping, and then I'm going to put it in my sterilized jars and let it cool, and then I'm going to ship it. To that tea, I add blue agave nectar. So to a 16-ounce jar, I add 3 tablespoons of agave nectar and a teaspoon of fresh lime juice. And boy, let me tell you, you can drink it cold or hot. Jasmine said, Mom, I drink it cold. And Melvin drinks it cold. She said it's delicious either way. But if you're feeling a cough coming on, or you just feeling some type of way in your body, you drink this tea and then lay down and go to sleep. And watch what happens the next morning. Okay, my butter has melted. And this is plant-based butter, for the record. So I'm going to take these little pans out. Oh, these aren't very hot. Like I said, the oven's only at 200 degrees. Typically, I use my round pans like this. But I'm using these because I don't want to take them out the pan. When I use the round pan, I have to take them out the pan and ship the rolls. If I put them in these pans, I have to take them out the pan. I just send them. Now, that's for shipping. But for other people who order, I can still put it in a round pan and, put it in a Ziploc freezer bag. That way, if you want to freeze the rolls, you can do that. Or if you just want them to stay fresh and not dry out, you keep them in that bag. But at any rate, so you can see the butter, the 2 tablespoons of butter. And all I do is I take these rolls and I rub it in the butter, and then I turn it right side up. So I turn it upside down, roll it in the butter, and then I turn it right side up. So I'm going to put 8 of those in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't do but 8 in a pan because these at 1.6 ounces and they're going to double in size. Yeah. I can't do but 8. So 2, yeah, I can't. I don't want them to, and so I evenly separate them so that when they rise, um, they can touch, but you don't want them to be too crowded. But so there they are, okay? And all I'm going to do is take one of these lids, put it on top, like that, put it over here, and in about 3 hours, those things will have exploded in this pan. And then I bake them for 7 minutes, allow them to cool, and then if I'm shipping for a distance, I put them in the freezer. So that's the same thing I'm going to do here with these. Just dip them in that plant-based butter. Honey baby. And what was that? Okay. And just let them rise. Space them so that they can rise evenly and bake evenly. And there they are. That's the second pan, okay? So, a pan of rolls. A pan of rolls is $10. If you want cinnamon rolls, that's going to be $15. Okay? And anything that I'm shipping is standard. Anything that I'm shipping is standard $20 because, I don't know, shipping has gone up at the post office. And so you can just slap on, standard $20 for shipping. I got to look at that sheet again that I put together, or that Elaine put together for me. So I'm going to put this over here for now and come back to it because I want to show y'all how I do this tea. And clean off this surface. And like I said, in the tea is turmeric, let me put this over here. I'm just going to wipe off half of the space. Okay. What I want you to see is all of the lovely ingredients that are in this tea. All right. So I'm bringing the pot over. It's not so hot. And I have a granite countertop anyway. But now the stuff in here has all turned that beautiful kind of red color because of the Jamaican leaves or hibiscus plants, they're called. So like right here, this is pineapple core. This is probably came from the pineapple too. But the pineapple core, I used the pineapple core in here. And I use the pineapple skin. Okay, so that's pineapple skin. Other things that I put in here. Okay, yeah, these are the Jamaican flowers, the hibiscus flowers. And then, what else I got here? You know what? I got a better idea. I'm going to set this here. I'm going to put this colander right there. And I'm just going to pour it right into this. You see how beautiful that tea is? Look at the color. The color is so festive. Now you can see inside everything that goes inside, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump it all out into the colander. Like that. And look, there's a piece of, I believe that's turmeric that's in there. So, take this bowl. Now set it down in here. But you can see all of the ingredients that were in this tea. I have the cinnamon stick, and of course they've all expanded. Turmeric, you got the pineapple, the hibiscus leaves. There are some cloves in here, but they're smaller and harder to find. And the ginger, and all this good stuff in here that is like medicine for you. Right here. Okay, so whole cloves. I'm talking whole cloves, not the clove powder. Okay, so that's that. And then this beautiful tea, what I do is I take my sterilized jars. Put them on here. Sterilized jars and lids. And lids. Okay, and I put this inside of the jars. I'm going to go ahead and get my little ladle here. And this tea is still very hot. Then I just fill them up. I fill it up not quite to the top because I still have to add the agave. Look at that beautiful color. The agave. I still have to add the agave and the lime juice. So I've got fresh squeezed lime juice. You can use regular lime juice, but key lime juice is the best because key lime juice has seeds, which means it's not genetically modified. So the effectiveness of it is so much better. Okay, I got a fork. So I do about a half a teaspoon of lime juice. This is a fourth a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add another fourth, which is half. Okay. And then to that I will add 3 tablespoons of agave nectar. If you want to do honey, you can. That's 1. 2. And 3. And then I'm just going to swish that around in there so we make sure we get all the agave nectar in there. And I go ahead and put this sterilized lid on. And there you have it. your pineapple hibiscus tea. Turn it a couple times and it is good to go. Okay. So I'm going to let that cool. And then prepare it for shipping. So put the tea in. This is my second jar. These jars are for my mother. I was telling Mom about the tea, and she said, Beverly, send me some of that. She said, you mail it? I said, yeah, Mama, I can ship you the tea. She said, well, ship me some. So that's what I'm doing. I'm shipping Mama her tea. I've got to open. This is True Goodness Organic Amber Blue Agave Nectar. I get mine from Meyer. And then sometimes I buy it from Organic Agave Nectar from Aldi. Okay, again, we need 3 tablespoons of this agave nectar. And then I'll stir it in there. Make sure we get all of it off of the tablespoon. And then seal it up. Just like that. Upside down, upside down. Okay, there we go. There's another tea. These 16-ounce jars of tea are $7 each, and for shipping you have to buy 2. And the shipping is going to be right at $20. By the time I package it up and then pay for the shipping, it's going to cost me about $20 to do that. So there's my tea. There's my rolls. I got to finish doing my rolls. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I think I'm going to make me a piece of avocado toast. Or I should finish this sandwich. Me and my husband went to Panera Bread last night. They have this amazing Mediterranean sandwich for us plant-based folk, and I only ate half of it. But I'm going to tell you what, it's got onions, these tiny little red chili peppers, organic spring mix, cucumbers, tomatoes, and honey, it's tomato basil bread. Tomato basil bread, just delicious. Delicious. What'd you say, Bam? We just bought blue agave nectar at BJ's for $9.97 for 44. Really? Girl, how many ounces is this? That's a good deal. At BJ's. Help me remember what BJ is. What it is and where it is. Where is that? I think this sandwich tastes better than it did yesterday evening when we bought it. In Noblesville. That's not far from me. In fact, I'm probably closer to Noblesville than you are. Right? Yeah, I believe I am. I have to go check that out. Do you have to become a member? Now, I need to be a member of BJ's. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here, finish my sandwich, and then finish doing the rest of that roll dough. I have to complete all that roll dough. Bam, if you want cinnamon rolls, I'll do those I'll make one of those pan cinnamon rolls. I just have to go get some plant-based cream cheese to make the frosting for you. But you and I will talk and do the rendezvous. Even if you get them early, you can put it in the freezer and take them out and let them get room temperature, and then serve them like you want for Christmas. Okay, I love all of y'all. I thank you for the ones that joined me live today, and I thank God for the ones who will watch this video later. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long, but any of you wanting to order tea or order rolls or order cake, lemon loaf cake or cinnamon rolls, just hit me up. You can hit me up right here on YouTube, Bev C Woodard at gmail.com. That's my email, bevcwoodard@gmail.com. Okay? All right. God bless. Bye-bye.